We've covered a wide range of concerns regarding the construction of border wall projects here in the valley. Channel 5's Thumpy Verma with the story of a man who fears he may not be able to access his property at all.
The sound of the swift Rio Grande. The sight of ripples forming in the water and the feel of sun beaming on your face. That's Jose Alfredo Cavazos' choice of therapy as the owner of about 65 acres of property along the river.
My dad used to bring us out here. He taught us how to fish, with the bamboo rods.
Cavazos lives on the property and rents land to a few tenants, which provides him with a steady stream of income. The wall could drive tenants away and leave Cavazos unable to access his home.
A lot of tenants aren't going to want to lease anymore, so we lose this income. It's going to be harder for us.
On December 21st, the Trump administration asked a federal judge for immediate possession of Cavazos' land. The filing shows that the U.S. has deposited $347,887 to the courts as compensation for about 6.6 acres of Cavazos' land.
My sister and I keep saying that we won't take any amount of money.
According to the Declaration of Taking Act, the government can get immediate possession of the land as long as the government deposits compensation to the Registry of Courts and a judge signs off on the motion, which a judge hasn't done yet. To give you an idea of how far their land extends, it starts from around this point all the way back to the palm trees. And next to the palm trees is a privately funded border wall. Their land is along the Rio Grande Mission, the government wanting to build the wall on top of the levees already in place. Cavazos says he's been asking to get disability accommodations for the gates that will be put at their property entrance.
Could you provide me with some kind of remote control where I can open it, since I am in a wheelchair? It's going to be hard for me to get down and push buttons to open the gate.
But he hasn't gotten a green light. His attorney working pro bono says they're not giving up.
Part of what we're arguing is that the government cannot implement the border wall program in a way that violates federal disabilities law.
But wall construction can begin anyway.
The wall can be built even before the case is finished. So there are like 100 plus of these cases that are active right now. They're in the courts. At the same time, we know that construction is moving forward.
Putting Cavazos in limbo, not knowing if at any moment he won't be able to access his home.
A little nervous, not knowing what's going to happen.
Border wall construction has already started right next to Cavazos' property. The filing shows that the government already made a deal with contractors to work on Cavazos' property on October 31st, 2018, and that construction activities related to their land started this year in April. They made the deal without getting court permission to seize the land.
They never should have awarded contracts before taking the land, before having possession.
In the motion for immediate possession, the United States argued that they need this land now because every day they don't have the land, they lose $43,000 to contractors for the contracts they've already signed. Cavazos' cousins saying as a family, they've lost around 200 acres of land through the decades for border barriers throughout the valley.
And I think the reason we lose all this land is because mostly it's poor people that cannot fight the government.
But this particular land does have traffic from smuggling organizations. Lauren Flossman, the acquisition program manager of the Wall Program Management Office, said in the filing, the national security interests of the United States will be harmed if possession of the subject land is not obtained promptly. The subject land is an area frequently exploited by transnational criminal organizations due to the close proximity of the Rio Grande River and advantageous ingress and egress routes. We reached out to CBP, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and the Department of Justice last Thursday. We also reached out to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Texas this morning for comment. We didn't hear back from any of them. But with the Biden administration just weeks away from taking office, Congressman Henry Cuellar says there's still a lot that has to happen before border wall contracts are canceled, if they are. And until that happens, construction can begin.
Who's going to be the new Border Patrol chief? We got to get the secretary to be confirmed by the Senate. So there's still certain steps, but we're hoping that the administration will put that stop order.
Cavazos' attorney will argue against the motion to immediately seize the wall on January 11th. They plan to ask for an extra week, making it January 18th. Even though Congressman Cuellar says there will be plans to stop border wall construction, the Cavazos family will be in limbo until then. But we'll keep you updated. In Mission, Tanvi Verma, Channel 5 News.